Right, welcome back, guys. We're going to create a patch in this video. I'm going to try and use the oscillators, the sample oscillators in some interesting ways here. We're just going to be using some of the content from the expansion pack, and I'm going to try and create sort of a nice lush pad using some of the analog waveforms and wavetables, and then also bring in some more organic elements as well to kind of create something quite lush and textured. Right, so I've got an initialized preset again. Yeah, the first thing I want to do, we'll bring this voices down slightly. I want to play around with one of these sample oscillators. I'm going to come in here first. We'll just load up one of the multi-sample presets, and I'm going to look for something that's plucked. So we can look at maybe. Might go for a piano rather. Or that guitar. Let's go with the piano. Go the piano soft, I think. And let's click the MS Edit button so we can head into the multi-sample editor. Now, what I want to do here is I'm going to select all of these. And the first thing I'm going to do is reverse all of them. So now we've got all of the piano samples. And there it comes. We've got quite a long tail. So you can hear they're reversing now. But I don't want it to take that long for them to come in. So we need to adjust a few things with the samples there. We'll head into the sample section. As you can see now that we've reversed it, we've got all this sort of blank space here in the beginning. So we want to adjust the start time. So that kind of starts in the tail section. So that's pretty cool, but now I also don't want them to end and then not have anything playing. So we can actually loop this piano. And no crossfading, I think. Look at these nice sort of uneven loops occurring now, which is going to create a nice little texture for the top of our pad sound that we're going to make. So let's close this down. We may want to high pass these slightly as well. And we'll send that to filter 2. We'll have 2 separate filters running for this. Let's also bring in another multi-sample section, maybe bring in some strings. We've really got some interesting stuff happening there. We're going to jump into 6 as well, and I want to bring some more texture. So this one we're going to actually just use the sample oscillator out of multi-sample mode, and we'll just use one of the sort of noise sources that we have here. We'll go with white noise maybe. I pass that right up. Cool, so just by blending some of the raw samples, we've already got an interesting starting point here. I may play around with the pitch of this one. We may just bring this up an octave. Cool. So let's jump into the oscillator section on the left, the wavetable oscillators. We'll bump up the first one with a couple of voices. May high pass these strings slightly too. We're going to send oscillator 1, which is the wavetable oscillator, to our filter 1. We may just change up the saw wave, the OB saw. We're going to add some filtering to this now. go with the Korg filter, or the O'Brien actually. Add in a little bit of envelope, bring up the attack because we are creating a pad sound here. This one we may mix a little bit of that noise into filter 2. We're sending some, or the most part, to the filter 1 as well, so it's getting filtered with the pad sound. The strings, we can send that to both as well, I guess. We could put in one more oscillator here, maybe just bring in a wavetable, I guess. 3D wavetables. There's a piano wavetable. Let's play around with that one. And let's just open up the oscillator mix section. I want to just solo oscillator 2. Let's bump up the voices. Let's modulate this with an LFO. Go to LFO 1. I'm going to send this through to filter 1 as well. Bring in. So we've got some sort of nice, sort of extended piano harmonics almost. It's a similar tone, but it doesn't have that sort of attack of the piano. So I think layering this with the piano multi-samples we have is going to give us a nice effect. Bring up a little bit more attack here. And let's start bringing in the others. There's a little bit of click on that. We could correct that, but I kind of like the mechanical nature of that click in this sense. Cool, we're almost there. We could do a little bit more modulation here. So let's use the mod envelopes here to actually bring things in and out a little bit more. We're relying currently on just the amp envelope to kind of fade all of the sounds in at once. We may do this one. Let's modulate this one by the mod envelope 1. Depth up and sort of bring a slightly longer decay, so these kind of come in gradually. They may fade down a little bit at some point. Just go to the mod matrix here. So you can hear those piano loops are coming in a lot slower now, which I quite like. We could also do that with the noise, just to kind of get an initial swell of that noise. Let's do that with this one. Go to mod envelope 2 and bring up the depth of this one. And this one will kind of have it swell and then drop the sustain down a little bit. Bring up our release as well, and maybe just adjust the curve slightly here. So you can hear it swells up, and then the decay drops it back down to a much lower volume. Let me just reduce that slightly. So releases there. We may just bump up the poly up to 16 as well, seeing as we're working with something we're playing a lot of chords with. I'm pretty happy with that for the most part. We could go and adjust a few things here and there, but I think we'll leave it at that, and we'll just kind of finish this off with the effects. Let's go into the plate section here. The high pass on the reverb, and I really want to get quite a bit of delay in this. I may actually do the delays in here. We'll just run them in insert, and let's go with the dual delay, because I'm gonna kind of have quite a few delays, kind of extending those piano reverses. So we go with an 1/8 note and a 3/16, give you a nice stereo delay effect here. And we just don't think we'll really need much compression or anything here. We could play around with maybe just a little bit of a phaser, perhaps. Send that to the plate too. And I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe just lastly, just finish this off with a limiter, but just to kind of stop it from going over anywhere. And just to bump the volume up. Right, let's check out the finished product here and see what we come up with using the multi-sample oscillators, a couple of little tricks like the reverse and layering some nice stuff up to get a nice lush sound. Let's take a listen. And there you have it. Pretty cool what you can do with this. It gives a whole new dimension to having these more organic elements in there now available in the sample oscillators. So yeah, go ahead and experiment, and can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Like I said, there are going to be more expansion packs and more samples for you guys to grab from Sonic Academy. If you're an Attitude owner, go grab the update now. And happy sampling. I'll catch you guys soon right here at Sonic Academy. Until then, take care. See you then.
Thanks everyone for watching. We really appreciate all the support from you guys. If you love this video, then smash a like. And if you want to be notified about new videos, hit the subscribe and notification buttons.